Good afternoon, everyone. Excuse me. Welcome to Tel Cockerel, Friday, 21st of March. It's international break. So when you have an international break, or when you have a gap in the diary, the calendar, whichever way you want to call it, we tend to have these bumper predictions. And today will be no different. Going to 20 different countries in the world. Some of them we may have visited before, some of them we haven't. There's certainly teams out there that don't think I've ever pronounced before. So we've done it a bit early today because I've got to get off to play football. I'm actually playing twice tonight. I'm playing a double match, so I need to leave even earlier tonight. So that's why I've started it earlier. Plus 20 predictions, quite a few to get through. So hopefully we'll get it done as soon as possible. But welcome all. Anyone is welcome to join in and play. This is going out on X and on YouTube. If you want to play, make yourself known on YouTube. Become a subscriber, because this is a subscriber show only. You can't comment unless you're a subscriber. And then you're more than welcome to join in, because I'd like to do it for people that are going to be repeaters and will come back and play. So, first and foremost, I say good afternoon to people quickly. So say hello to people as they've come in. And I'm going to say good afternoon to Jimmy. Says big up everyone in a big week ahead of predictions with this bonus bonanza. Jimmy H, I hope you're well. The Wiz says, so glad I remembered to set an alarm on my phone. FPR this. Big up Jose and El Teliers. Good afternoon, The Wiz. I'm glad you are here. Ian Meffs here says, Buenas tardes, Jose, and everybody. Good afternoon, Ian. I hope you're well in Spain. Andy is here. Says, hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all well today. 20 games. Oh, blimey. Might not get some point. Might only get some points this week. Good luck to everyone with the predictions. Christopher Inshaw is here. Says, good evening, all. Come on, England. Ryan G is here. Says, good afternoon, Jose. Everyone in the chat. And smash the likes. Good afternoon to Archer. Archer says good afternoon, Jose, in chat. Good afternoon, Archer. Lee Wiz says, personally, despise international footy, but curious to see how England play under Tommy. Christopher Inshaw says, poor Potts lost last night to Panama in the Nations League semi. Over 2 legs, though, isn't it? So, Graham is here. Says, afternoon, Jose, and all in the chat. Good afternoon to you, Graham. David Clark is here. DC says, hi from Leicester. Hope everyone in the chat is well. Good afternoon, mate.
Yes, I said which one?
Senor Daniel is here. Daniel says, big up, smash the like button as you enter the prediction show. Good afternoon, Dan. I hope you are well, sir. Michael Chelsea. Michael says, big up, Jose, mate. Hope everything's well. It is. It's the end of the week. Good afternoon to you. Have I missed anyone? In the bins here. Says afternoon. Good afternoon to you in the bin. Carl Simpson is here using his 7-month member chat, saying hello, Jose, and everyone in the chat. Good afternoon. Memberships are available. They are pinned to the chat if people wish to become members. Let me see if we've got anyone else here. Yeah, we've got Ronnie. Ronnie's here. Says hello, Jose, in chat. We've got Richard here. Says hi, Jose. Good afternoon to you, Richard. What does Michael Chelsea say? Michael says, time for around the world tour. I can't wait for this. So Rob is here. He says, I'm here as always. And Daniel is advising that Cunha has been banned for an extra game. Right. In order to get no confusion whatsoever, I'm going to put the fixtures up, and all I need is a scoreline. I don't need names of teams. I don't want to have what happened last week, because last week we had an issue with a couple of players. I've rectified the issue. I gave them their points. So I went back and rectified it, and I gave them their points. But I don't want you to start putting 2-0 to the away team. No. We go by the first team and the second team. They are read out in one order. That's the order that I want the result given back in. I will not be chasing anybody down and reading, because it's too much work to read. It's simple. If it's team A, that's the first score. Team B would be the second score. So if you want team A to win 1-0, it's 1-0. If you're going for the away team to win, it'll be 0-1. It's as simple as that. So without further ado, we are going to start with our first game And our first game is between Wolfsburger Amateurs versus Triback. Wolfsburger Amateurs versus Triback. Just had to change my glasses. I had my reading distance and reading glasses. Now I've just got my solely reading glasses because I can't see everything. So in the bin, it's gone 1-0. Let me find in the bin. In the bin 1-0. Oops. Two 0 for Richard. Once I get these people in, I will go and do my culling. 2-0 for Richard. 3-1 for Christopher. Leo's here. Good morning to Leo. Leo's going for a 0-1. A 0-3 for EMF. A 2-0 for Ronnie. Ronnie's gone for 2-0 in this game. Let me see if I can find Ronnie. Ronnie was late at the last one, wasn't he? So Ronnie would have been further down, I think. Or was he early last week? Let me go back up and have a look. Oh, where's Ronnie? There he is. Ronnie was early last week. So 2-0 for Ronnie. I then have a 1-3 for Michael. Two 0 for Archer.
Have you picked a
5-0 for Jimmy. Jimmy H got a 5-0. Paige, good afternoon, Paige. Paige is now here, 3-0. Daniel 1-0. Let me see what Daniel is. Right, let's find Daniel. There's Daniel there. 1-0 for Daniel. Carl Simpson's 2-1. Carl says 2-1. DC says 3-0. Wolfsburger 2, Amateurs 2, Triback 0 for Ryan G. Right, so if I haven't got your name down, it's because I haven't seen it. I'm going to have to go back to the first person that put something in there because there's people already that I'm missing that I can't see. Right, I've got Archer, Jimmy, Carl, Christopher, Paige, Ronnie, Wiz, DC, Sir Rob, Ryan, Richard, Leo, Dan, In the Bin, Michael, Ian, and Andy LFC. They're the only people that I have got predictions from. Okay, Graham's coming with 2-0. All right, so Graham 2-0. So now it's part of the show. You're going to have to bear with me. You have to chop out a load of people. because they're not here. And there's a fair few people that ain't here that need shopping. So Jess needs shopping. Finn, Adrian, Smithy, and Johnny Reviews need shopping. Bear with me a second while I do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, out the way. Oh, look, the doctor's just joined. You got in before I called you. The doctor, and the next part of the culling would have been where your name is at. So 2-0 for the doctor. So we move Ryan G up a spot. Right, let's move Ryan G into that spot there. I will not be doing rollbacks. So if you've missed them, you either have to watch the show back or you're going to have to catch up yourselves in your own time. But I'm not rolling back today. Leo. So anyone wants to join in, this is still the first game. I'm just doing my cropping and pasting at the moment. So you've got time to enter your scores. Right, Dan is in the show, so Dan needs to be added. In the bin has given me a score, so we'll add in the bin to the show.
Right, are you looking to attract a name?
Michael Chelsea is here, so we'll add Michael Chelsea in. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 there. There's 8 of them chopped out there. We're up to here. Paul G's not around either. We've got Paul G out the show. Ian, Meth, and Andy are both here and giving me predictions, so they are in. Oh, we've got quite a few people missing today. People might have gone on their holidays. Who knows? The Irish Hotspur. Good afternoon, Senor Harris. I hope you're well, sir. Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you. Let me see. Cut this out for the people here. So, any more people? Wolfsburger Amateurs versus Triback is the first game and possibly one of the last calls I'm going to do because I've nearly if they think it's 4 p.m. Andy, I made it really as clear as you can on the last show on Monday that we were starting at 3:30 today. As I said, I'm playing football twice tonight, so I'm on a double match, so I've got to leave even earlier than what I normally do. That's why I'm starting earlier, and because it's 20 games. If they don't turn up, they didn't turn up, but everybody was given fair warning. So this is the first game that we're predicting. I will call your names out if I've got you. What position do I play? I play up front. It's 9 aside. It's 8 aside. No, tonight's 8 aside, David. I play up front. But then it depends how the team's doing. If the team's doing well, then I play up front. I might fly back into midfield and play in the hole. If it's a bit feisty, I'll play in the hole anyway. And if we're in front, you know, we're in front or it's becoming a bit, sorry, if we're in front and it's becoming a bit dicey, then I'll drop back and play centre half. I'll play right down the middle of the pitch. But I'm playing 2 matches tonight and it's mixed abilities, but the first game we're playing tonight will be with a lot of younger crowd. So I'll be fucked and knackered for the second game. So tonight in the second game, I may just stay up front. Right, so at the moment, right, last call for Wolfsburger Amateurs versus Triback. I'm going to move into the second game and we'll get quicker on this. I've got Graham, Archer, Jimmy, Carl, Christopher Page, Ronnie, The Wiz, DC, Sir Rob, Ryan, Richard, The Doctor, Leo, Dan, In the bin, Michael, Ian, Andy. Yeah. Dave, do you want to play? Do you want to join in, Dave? I'm not sure if you want to join in, but if you can, the first game is Wolfsburger AM versus Tribac. And just to let people know, because no one's put it in the comments. Oh, well, sorry, and no one's put it in the comments. Why didn't someone tell me it was down? Right. This first match is from the Austrian Regional Central League. Jess is here. Good afternoon, Jess. Michael, I've got a score for you already. You've already given me a score. Jess has just come in, so we'll add Jess's score. Good afternoon, Jess. I hope you're well. This is the first game. I will not be rolling back unless people watch back themselves and do it themselves. So the first game is from, as I said, this one is from the Austrian Regional Central Division. Right. Luke 77S is here. Luke, do you want to join in? If you do, anyone wishing to join in, I'm going to move on to the second game. This is the first game. It's Wolfsburger Amateur versus Tribac, and this is coming from the Austrian Regional Central League. Last call, 30 seconds, and I will move on to the second game, and then we will pick up speed. It's taken us ages for me to cull the first group of people. Okay, Luke, no worries at all, mate. Anyone wishing to watch the show back, you can always leave them after the game's finished. After the stream's finished on the stream. Right, the second game is OC Charleroi versus Stoke Wafusi. OC Charleroi versus Stoke Wafusi. And he's coming first with a 2-2 draw. Bobby K's here. Mikey Romero's here. So the people from North America tuning in. Fantastic. So 2-2 for Andy. Bobby K 7-3 says. Mikey Romero says, good afternoon all. Just got my rental in Florida. I'll leave the results after. Happy vacation, as you call it out there, Mikey, too, you mate. Have a happy vacation. Bobby says 7-3 for this game. Drula and Bobby, you've both missed the first game. You've missed the first game. We're on the second game now. Let me see where Bobby K. I need to find Bobby K's name and Drula, and add Drula to it. Drula's added Bobby K. Where's Bobby K's name? Bobby K. I've got Bobby K saved somewhere because Bobby has played this before. There he is. There's Bobby K. I've got Bobby K's name. Sorry, I didn't give you my score, did I, guys? Right, for the first game, I've gone for Wolfsburger Amateurs 2, Tribac 0 is the result that I went for. So I have got for a 2-0 victory. We start here with Andy's gone for a tour, which I've done, and then we've got Leo has come in with a 0-0. Leo with a 0-0. So Drula and Bobby, you've only missed one game. Lee Wiz is coming in with 4-2. 4-2 for the Wiz. 0-2 for Rob. 0-2 for Rob. 7-3 for Bobby K. Bobby K says 7-3. Then we've got... No, this is the second game, Drew. Richard has gone for 2-0. So we're getting Richard in with 2-0. So this game is coming from Belgium, from the National Division 1 in Belgium, this game. Page says 2-1. Ian Meth 4-0. 4-0 for Ian. Christopher's gone for 3-0. In the bin has gone for 1-4. 1-4 for in the bin. Drula says 2-1 for this game. 2-1 for Drula. Jesse says 2-1. Jess, 2-1. 2-0 for Bobby for the first game. Got you, Bobby. Bobby's all up to date. Carl says 3-1. Michael says 3-1. Michael and Carl both say 3-1. Then we have Jimmy says 1-0. Jimmy says 1-0. In the bin says Stockay are 5th in their respective league. Archer says 3-1. The doctor says 1-0. Ronnie says 1-0. This is National Division 1 in Belgium, Daniel. Adrian is here. Drew says 2-0 for the first game as well. Adrian, this is the second game. If you're predicting, Adrian's predicting a 2-1. So we'll put in a 2-1. Adrian, I don't know what you want me to put in for the first game, but the first game was between Wolfsberger Amateurs versus Tribeck in the Austrian League. But we're now currently in Belgium. We've got a 2-0 for Daniel. It's interesting because I see your scores coming in. I did mine before the show started, and it's interesting to see what people have gone for. 2-1 for Ryan, a 2-0. So Graham, my nearest challengers, Graham and Daniel have both gone 2-0. Afternoon. My missus just cancelled our Greek holiday and lost £400 deposit because my full knee replacement has been delayed indefinitely. Sad to say, get the violins out, lads. Unlucky, David. Unlucky. I would have taken the chance and just gone. I would have just taken the chance and just gone. I know you've got a full replacement. It's been delayed indefinitely. Okay, sorry. I worked that out. Sorry, I read that wrong. I'm really sorry to hear that. 2-1 says Adrian for the first game. Right, I'm missing just a couple of people. Let me go and find Adrian and add Adrian into this. Adrian. Oh, I found Adrian, and we can add Adrian into the show. Right, so I'm now looking for a score from David Clark. Now, that doesn't mean that David hasn't given it to me, because as I said, this StreamYard and YouTube don't always correlate. So I'm going back up. Right, who have I got? First person was Andy. I've got Andy, Leo, The Wiz, Rob, Bobby, Richard, Page, Ian, Christopher, In the Bin, Drewler, Jess, Carl, Michael, Bobby again, Jimmy H, Archer the Doctor, Ronnie, Daniel, Ryan, Graham, Adrian. Right. So, Colin, this is the second game, mate. So you want to get one in, you get one in now. This week and next week will be 3:30 shows because we're doing bumpers for both weeks. David Clark, I've not received a scoreline for you, or there doesn't appear scoreline for you for Charleroi versus Stocky Wafusi. There's no score there at all for you anywhere on the back office. So I'm on the back in StreamYard. There's no score for you at the moment appearing. So David Clark, I need a score for this game. And for you, you've missed one game, Colin, and I'm not going back. So, and I'm not going back today because I need to go and play football. So you need to give me a score for Wolfsberger Amateurs. I 1-1 for the first match as well. Right. Right. David Clark, I haven't got a score for you for this game, and I'm going to move on, mate, because otherwise I'll be here all day long. But there's no score in the chat. You gave me a nice, you put in a nice chat about your knee, so to speak, to advise us all, but you didn't give me a score line. Right. So game number 3 is between Gradina Srebechnik versus Gradakak. And this is coming from Bosnia, from the PRVA Liga. First in is Andy with a 3-2, I believe. Oops, no, jumped 3-2. Right, Andy's coming with a 3-2. Right, let me find Andy. Andy's got 3-2 for this one. 3-2. Oh, sorry, the first game, I've also gone Charleroi 2, Stockade 0. So it's interesting because my two nearest rivals have both gone for 2-0 as well. But I did mine before the show. But I've gone for a 2-0 as well. Colin Blackshaw's gone for a 2-1 in this game. Then we have Bobby K at 1-2. Queen Ellie has joined late and says 2-0 to Wolfsburger. Good afternoon, Ellie, who doesn't take my calls. Højbjerg. Ellie, who doesn't take my calls. Højbjerg. 2-0 for Wolfsburger. Got that one. Bobby K went for 1-2. I've got Bobby K. Rob Belcher's gone for 1-0. 1-0 for Rob. One all for Rob. 3-0 for the Wiz. Wiz. 3-3. We then have a 1-2 for Richard. Richard, 1-2. And Jess has gone 2-1. Jess went 2-1. Ellie, I've got Wolfsburger 2-0. Paige has gone for 2-0. 2-0 for Paige. And then after Paige at 2-0, I have Leo. I can see it 2-0. Let me just go back up a second. There's Paige, Leo. Graham at 2-1. Graham has gone for 2-1. Christopher's gone 1-2. Charleroi 3-1. I've done that for Ellie. Michael has gone 2-0. Jimmy H has gone 2-0. Michael has gone 2-0 as well. Yeah. Daniel's gone 1-0. So my nearest rivals have gone 2-1 and 1-0. Well, I certainly haven't got the same score line today. Ian Meth 2-0. Ian Meth 2-0. Bobby says, thank you for saying that, Jose. Ellie doesn't take Michael's either. I just thought she was a racist. David Clark, I'm missing your score from the previous game. I take it this 1-0 is for this game. I'm missing your score for the previous game, David. It doesn't appear either on YouTube or in StreamYard. 2-1 for in the bin. Grading 2-0. Gardenia 2-0. So it's 2-0 home win. All right, Ellie's done. Drula's gone for a 2-0 as well. Drula has gone for 2-0. Where's Drula gone? Drula was later today, so she would be further down the list today. And I've got Archer at 2-0. Archer says 2-0. And then we have Ronnie at 3-1. Ronnie. Ryan's also said 3-1. 3-1 for Ryan. And then a Daigle for the Doctor. So 1-0 for the previous game, David. That's fine. I've got you now, mate. You're in both. You're up to date again, David. Carl Simpson and Adrian. Right. Now we need to find. Who am I looking for? Carl Simpson and Adrian. All right. Carl Simpson. Adrian. Sorry. Adrian's gone 2-0. Right. So I've got Adrian at 2-0. So Mr. Carl Simpson says 2-1. So I've got Carl in at 2-1. So that's everyone. It's predicted in all three games so far that I've got. Right. There's a bit of a. Right. Have you got the game right? I see it as Gradina versus Sevilleda. have I written it down wrong? Because if I have, then I'll have to write it down right, won't I? Right, what was the game? What league was it in? It's in the Bosnian Preva League. Bosnia. Brazil? No, I think it's as far as Brazil. Brazil and Bosnia. Preva League. Right, on Saturday, the match is between Gradina Srebrenik and Gradak. So, it is Gradina Srebrenik versus Gradak. David, I've got yours. I've got yours already, mate. So that is the game. Right, on mine it doesn't appear as NK Jevijeda Gradak. It just appears as Gradak, so that's why I've done it. Don't worry about it, Queen Ellie. She doesn't even take Hoiberg's call, says what Rob Belch is saying. There's a bit of banter going in the chat. We like that. Right, the fourth game today for you guys is David Clark. I've got your 2-1-0s that you've done already, mate. I'm trying to confirm that I've done that already. The next game is between Montana and Fratria. Montana and Fratria. Andy's coming with a 3-1. Sorry, in the last game, I've gone 2-0. So, whatever they were called, the first team, it's a 2-0 home victory is what I've gone for. So, where my competitors have gone 2-1, 1-0, I went 2-0. Andy is coming first with a 3-1. For people that need to know, this game is in the Vitora League in Bulgaria. The Vitora League in Bulgaria, for people that want to know. 3-1 for Andy. 2-0 for Colin B. What we got up here? 2-0. 1-0 for the Doctor. 1-0 for the Doctor. Then we have Paige has gone 3-1. So Paige says Montana 3, Patria 1. Lee Wiz is going for a 0-2 for the away victory. Adrian has gone 1-0. After Adrian, Eddie, you keep all the guys keen by treating you mean, says Carl Simpson. Rob Belchat has gone 1-0. I just thought she was having a bit of blondie, weren't she? RLE. Hanging on the telephone. Tell me hanging on the telephone. 1-0 for Leo. Right, let's find Leo. 1-0 for Leo. We have found Leo. 3-0 for Graham. Graham, 3-0. Montana are the league leaders, says in the bin. Queen Ellie's gone 2-1. 2-1 for Els Bells. Els Bells. 3-0 for Daniel. Daniel and Graham can see goals. A 3-1 for Jess. Jess can also see goals. Richard's also gone for 3-1. He can also see goals. And a 3-0 for Ian Math. And then we've got a 3-0 for In the Bin. I've got a 3-1 for Christopher. 3-0 for Carl. 3-0 Carl. 4-1 for Bobby. Bobby can see goals as well. God, you people must know a lot more than me about these world football because you can all see goals. 4-0 for Ronnie. A 3-1 for Drula. 3-0 for Michael. A 2-0 for Ryan. Now for Hoiberg, I stop everything, even my raw G's. Paige, I said 3-0. Paige, I might have already done. I said 3-0. Okay, but you it's 3-1. Sorry, 3-0, Paige. David Clark, I have you already for the second and third games, both at 1-0. I've got your scores. You've given to me, David. I keep repeating. Your second and third game, you went for 1-0 in both. I have both the scores for that. I just need a score for this one. Score for this one, please, Mr. Clark. You are the person that I am missing.
Oh, no.
Right, so David Clark, I don't think I've got a score for this game for you. I've scores for every other game. Just this game, please, David. Right. Game number 5. I'm moving on. I've gone for 2-0 to Montana against Fratria. I've gone for a 2-0 victory. The next game we are going to is Eve versus Fula Edifice. Eve versus Fula Edifice. And this is in the Chad Premier League. The Premier League in Chad, this is. 2-4 for Andy.
When they hear the door, that's what they
2-4 for Andy. 3-1 for Colin B.
Yeah, you got slippers. That's you got slippers. No, but I can't do it. Yes, you can. Both are on.
2-0 Page. 1-2 the Wiz. 1-0 for the Doctor.
Tell you.
1-0 for the Doctor. 1-2 for Rob. A 1-0 for Bobby. Bobby K. Bobby K says 1-0. A 1-0 for Richard. Richard says 1-0. In the bin says 1-0. In the bin, where are you? In 1-0 for in the bin. Then we have Christopher Inshaw at 0-2. So Christopher is 0-2. A 1-0 for Jimmy H. Jimmy, he's gone for 1-0. A 1-2 for Jess. 0-2 for Graham and a 1-2 for Ronnie. Right, David Clark, I am missing your last result for Montana versus Fratria. Just letting you know that you haven't given me a score for that yet. 1-2 for Ellie. Now I've got to find, I'm missing Adrian, Ian Meth. That's not to say I haven't done it, it's just that it might have come through. And the doctor. Right, Ian Meth says 1-2, so I've got Ian's found what Ian straight away. So if it's 4-0 for the last one, David, what's your score for this game then? Because you're behind by one game all the time. You seem to be one game behind. So 4-0 for the last game. I'll do that now. Now I need a score for this game. And then I'm going to move on, David. 1-0 for Adrian. Right, I need to find the doctor and David score for this game. Where's the doctor? The doctor went 1-0 again. So it's another 1-0 for the doctor. Right, David Clark, score for this game 1-1. Thank you very much, David. You are up to date. Right, so for this game, Jose has predicted. I've got you, Gus. I've got you. Jose has predicted Eve 0, Fuller Edifice 1. So I've gone for a 0-1 in this game that's being played in the Chad Premier League. The next game for you people is U de Chile versus S Morning. And that's Universidad de Chile versus S Morning. And this is coming from the Chilean Cup round 4. So it's the Chilean Cup, the 4th round of the Chilean Cup. 2-2 for Andy. A 1-1 for Colin B. I then have a 0-1 for Leo. Leo 0-1. I then have a 3-1 for the doctor. El Doctor says 3-1. I have a 2-1 for Paige. Paige Gamble 2-1. So Universidad de Chile versus Sporting Morin. I don't know what the S stands for. I'm just gathering a guess. 2-0 for Bobby K. And we have 1-3 for Sir Rob. 1-3 for Sir Rob. I then have a 2-1 for DC. David Clark 2-1. We then have a 3-2 for the Wiz. Who else? I've got 3-2 for the Wiz. 1-0 with Jimmy H. A 2-1 for Christopher. Good afternoon, Paul. If you're playing, you're going to have to start from here, and then you're going to have to watch after the show for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games that you've missed, mate. And you'll have to add them to the stream after, because I'm not rolling back today because I've got to go and play football. I've got to die at the house. So if you want to start now, you can start now and then put your first 5 games after the stream if you wish. 2-1 for Jess. 2-2 for Richard. Richard. 2-2. 2-2 for Richard. A 2-0 for Graham. Graham's gone for 2-0. Spurs. Adrian's gone 3-0 for this game. 3-0 victory. So 3-0 for Universidad de Chile. A 3-1 for In the Bin. In the Bin. 3-1. 60 points up for grabs this week, people. No one's going to get 60, but there is 60 points up for grab. 2-0 for Michael Chelsea. Well, I don't think they will. Lord Rodney, another one that's just joined. This is the 6th game, Lord Rodney. So if you want to start here, you can. I'm not rolling back. You'll have to either leave them after the stream or do what Paul G's doing. Paul G's going for 2-1 across the board for the first 5 games. Right, Paul G, I've done you for every single one, so let's get Paul G into the show. Paul G, you are up to date. All right, so let's just get Paul G. Right. Ryan G says 3-0. Right, so what Ryan G's at 3-0. Ronnie says 1-1. Ronnie says 1-1. Where's Ronnie? Ronnie. Ronnie says 1-1. We've got Ronnie. Good afternoon, Shemtam. I hope you're well, sir. Lord Rodney, what do you want to do? Do you want to start from here and then roll back the first 5? Or do you want me to do a blanket score for the first 4 or 5 and then you just put your score in here? Lord Rodney, thank you very much for the offer. I don't want to put people out. If you are happy to do that, sir, I will not say no. I'll accept it. All help is appreciated. Ian Meth says 3-1. Ian Meth, 3-1. Archer says 2-1. 2-1 for Archer. Who else we got? Drooler says 2-1. Drooler says 2-1, so we've got Droolers as well. Who else we got after Drooler? I have got Queen Ellie says 2-1. Where's Queen Elsbells? There, she's down there. 2-1 for Queen Elsbells. Above Queen's Elsbells, I've got Carl Simpson says 2-0. So I was missing Carl yet. And then the only person I'm missing is Dan. Dan, the man. Did Dan give me a score? I'm running up. I'm trying to find Dan up the top here. I can't see a score for Dan. No. Right, so Dan, did you give me a score? Because if you haven't seen it, and I don't know what you're doing, Lord Rodney. Are you starting to play? It's 20-game Bonanza this week, so if you're starting to play, I need your scores. Daniel says 2-1. Right, Daniel says 2-1. Right. I'm moving on to the next game. So that was, we were then in Chile in the 4th round of the Cup. We're now going somewhere totally different. And the next game is between Guangxi Langhang versus Wenzhou Professional. Oh, sorry, for the last game, for the last game, I went 3-0 for the home team. So I went for Universidad de Chile 3, S Morning 0 is what I've gone for. This next game, okay then, Lord Rodney, fair enough. Your call, because if you started from now, there's less for you to put in the stream, but otherwise it's fine, mate. It's not a worry at all. So for this one, we're in China, and it's the first round of the Cup in China between Guangxi Langhang versus Wenzhou Professional. So Andy, LUC, Andy's got a 2-2 draw. Andy says 2-2. Then we have Colin B at 2-0. We have Ellie at 2-0. Oh, then we've got the Doctor says 1-0. Then we have, after the Doctor, we have In the Bin at 2-1. So this is coming from China, and it's the first round of the Cup in China. 2-1 for, I've just put In the Bin at 2-1. Paige says 2-2. Sorry, I don't know how it works out there. I would have thought it's 90 minutes or whatever. So all scores in Cup games, you're aware, is 90 minutes. So it's always a 90-minute game. 2-0, 3-0 for Rob. So Rob's going to 3-0. after Sir Robert 3-0. We have Leo at 2-1. Then we have Adrian also at 2-1. Adrian. I then have Jimmy H at 1-1. We have Carl at 2-1. Ruler at 0-2. Jess says 2-1. David Clark 5-0. DC, where's DC's up here? 5-0. Christopher Inshaw says 2-0. Christopher says 2-0. Graham says 2-1. And then we've got Ian says 1-0. Ian is 1-0. Richard says 1-0. Roberto says Guangxi is Angie's next couching job. So he's going to become a couch. 2-0 for Archer. A 2-4 for Bobby K. There's that for Bobby in the land where they speak Le Français. Michael Chelsea says 1-2. Mikel Chelsea. Miguel says 1-2. Ronnie says 1-2. Ronnie says 1-2. They put Ronnie in there for a 1-2. Daniel says 0-0. And I'm missing, I can't see, am I missing? I'm missing Ryan G and Paul G at the moment. Ryan G and Paul G. Ryan G's gone 1-0. So it's Paul that I'm missing, unless I've read Paul's comments wrong. Did Paul say put him in for everything, or did he just say the first lot of games? I think he said the first lot of games, didn't he? Let me go back to what Paul said. Paul came in and said, Jose, can I have 1-2-1 for all games, including this, and I'll crack on from there? So, Paul G, I'm waiting you to crack on from here then. This is the result I need from you. It's in the China, in round 1 of the Cup in China, and it's Guangxi Langhang versus Wenzhou Professional. So I just need a scoreline from Paul G and I can move on. Peter Kagayas, good morning to you, sir. Did you say time? I didn't see if you put a comment in there. Did you say? Did you come in and say a time? Or no wonder I didn't see it. There's no time. You just said hello to people. People are saying hello to Leah, to Peter. Peter's saying hello to people. I didn't get a time check, so I didn't realise you'd come in, Peter. But Peter has kindly come in and he's gifted 5 channel memberships, and these have gone to Bob Down Under, Dan Skyline, Patrick O'Donnell, Huddersfield Fan TV, and Ryan G. So thank you very much for that, Peter. It's very generous of you. And they're the 5 recipients. Paul G has gone 2-0. Paul G has gone 2-0. Paul G's 2-0. Paul G has gone 2-0. Cut Lord Rodney out and put him down here. Right, so I think I've got everybody's. I've gone for me 3:27 a.m. in Melbourne. Ramped up on an ED, Peter? Quite possibly. I've gone for who was playing? Who was playing? Right, I've gone for Guangxi Langhang 0, Wenzhou Professional 2. And quite why I've gone for that, I think I checked. Yeah, I know why I went for that. That's fine. Yeah, I've gone for 0-2 in that game. Next game is coming from the Congo, and it's Liga 1, Liga, Liga 1, and it's between Oromaso and Atletico FC. Oramaso and Atletico FC. You have a score. Andy. Andy's coming in with all these big away victories. 2-4. 2-4. The doctor says 0-1. The doctor goes 0-1. Is that the team Johan Langer's team? I'm not sure. So generous as always, Peter, says Archer. He certainly is. 1-4 for Queen Ellie. Queen Ellie's getting a 1-4 in this game. Then I have a 0-3 from Bobby. Be like Peter. Get some memberships. They're more than welcome to do so. 1-0 for Paige. 1-0 for Paige. The memberships had dropped slightly, but 0-1. 1-0 for Paige. Did I say 1-0 for Paige? 0-1 for David Clark. 0-1 for David Clark. A 0-2 for Rob Belcher. A 0-2 for Rob. 0-2 for Rob. And the next one I've got is that the Wiz? Next. Wiz, 0-2. 0-2 for Wiz. A 2-1 for Adrian. Adrian, 2-1. 2-1 for Adrian. A 2-1 for Jess. 2-1 for Jess. I've got a 1-2 for Drula. Drula is going for a 1-2. I wonder what's happened to the potato. I've not seen the potato this afternoon. 2-1 for Graham. A 3-1 for Carl. 3-1 for Carl. And Vindaloo. Vindaloo's probably still working, I would have thought. He's not here. He may well come in and leave his in the comments later after the stream. 1-0 to Jimmy H. 2-0 for In the Bin. 2-0 for In the Bin. A 1-3 for Christopher. 1-3 for Christopher. Richard 0-2. Leo 1-0. Ian 2-0. Am I right in saying that Ian's gone for 2-0? Ian, did you go 2-0? I think you did. Ian's 2-0. My neck muscles. Archer's gone 2-1. 2-1 for Archer. Michael's gone 2-1. I think Ryan G. Have I seen Ryan G's yet? Ronnie's gone 3-0. There's a couple of people that I'm not seeing, I think. Unless YouTube's caught up. Right, Paul G, Colin B, Dan, Ryan G. Not to say you haven't done them. I may have missed them. Daniel's coming with 2-0. So I've now seen Dan's. Right, let me go back up again. Paul G's come with 3-0, so I've now got Paul G's. So now I need to go back and look for Colin B, which you've done them. Colin B's gone 0-1. So now I just need to look for Ryan G. Right, Ryan G. Ryan G. Why can't I see Ryan G? Where let me see. Is he further up? The only reason why I can't see Ryan G is because he hasn't put one in yet. There he is. Ryan, you don't have to write it all out, mate. You can just put the scoreline in if it's easy for you. 2-1. In this game, I've gone for Oramaso 2, Atletico FC 0 is what I've gone for. And whilst I'm doing that, Peter has gifted a further 5 channel memberships. It's very, very kind and generous of you, Peter. And they've gone to Richard has been gifted one who's in the show. Bobby K has been gifted one who's also in the show. Mikey Romero, who was in the show earlier. Johnny ID, who's not here, has been gifted one. And Fiona has been gifted one. So they're the 5 people that are the latest recipients of channel memberships, courtesy of Peter Kagayas. So if you've seen that Peter's given, if you've seen that you've got a membership and you're in the show, it's Peter. If you're just joining the show because you received one, then it's Peter again. Richard, can I have 2-1 across the board as I'm busy? Richard, you are done. 2-1 across the board it is. And that's fine. I can put you in for that. That's not a problem at all. Right, we are going to be moving on to the next game anyway. Just go to there, which means he's done. You like to put the names in, do you? Right. The next game, Ryan, the next game we're going to is... Right. The next game we're going to is Inter-Club versus Congo under-17s. And this is the first game. The game we just did previously was in the Congo Liga 1. This is in the Democratic Republic of Congo, a different country altogether, and they call their league Ligue 1. So Liga 1 in Congo and the Democratic Republic of Congo call their league Ligue 1. So this is out of Ligue 1. A 3-2 for Andy. Whoops, I need to find people's names again. Andy's gone in with a 3-2. (3-2) for Andy. 6-2 for BK. BK's on a 6-2. Lee Wiz is on a 3-0. Lee Wiz is on a 3-0. My word, Rob Belcher's on a 2-3. My word, says the doctor. That was it. That's all we've heard. 2-3 for Rob. 4-0 for Colin Blackshaw. Colin B. 4-0. Who do we have after? Adrian, 3-0. Adrian, where's Adrian? Adrian, where are you? Where are you? There you are. Adrian's there. 3-0. We have a 1-1 draw for In the Bin. In El Rabish Bin says 1-1 draw. I then have a 2-2 for Leo. Leo 2-2. 1-4 for Jess. Jess 1-4. I then have a 5-2 for the doctor. God, the doctor can see goals. This is when I know whether you're on your meds or not, and you need to rewrite a prescription, mate. You start seeing goals. 1-1 for Drula. A 3-2 for Christopher. I can see the prescriptions have gone out already because I can see Paige has put in 7-0. She's been to see the doctor. 7-0. 3-1 for Carl. 3-1 for Carl. And then we have the next person we have says Interclub versus the Congo under-17s. And this is in the Democratic Republic of Congo's Ligue 1. Carl Simpson says 3-1. Michael says 4-2. What you lot guess? I put in 4-2 for Michael. 3-0 for Ryan G. A 3-1 for David Clark. 3-1. No one's giving the youngsters a chance, are they? 3-1 for David Clark. A 2-0 for Jimmy H. A 5-0 for Ian Meff. He's been to see the doctor. He got prescribed and he's come up with 5. I've been prescribed and I've come up with 5. 5-0. Daniel, 3-0. Paul G, 4-0. Lovely. We can see goals, goals and goals. 4-0. 3-1 for Graham. 3-0 for Archer. 3-0 for Archer. 2-0 for Ronnie. And have I got everyone? Is that the first time I've got everyone in? Let me have a look. Am I missing anyone? I am. Yes, I'm missing Queen Ellie. Elves Bells. A season ticket for Congo under-17s is on his bucket list for Rob Belcher. Queen Ellie is normally in pink, and Queen Ellie has not given me a score this time round. LA. No score from Yells. 2-0. Well done, Els Bells. Right, Jose, what did you go for? Jose went for Inter Club 3, Congo under 17s 0 is what I've gone for. Right, the next game. This is when we're halfway through after this game. It's US Panda versus Simba. So it's Panda versus Simba. And this has come from La Liga de Ascenso in Costa Rica. La Liga de Ascenso in Costa Rica. Costa Rica. Andy says 2-4. Andy says 2-4. Who we got for after? The doctor says 2-1. The doctor. So for people, La Liga de Ascenso is translated to be the promotion league. It's basically what it's called. So this is the promotion league. La Liga de Ascenso in Costa Rica. 0-0 for Colin B. Colin B's going for a 0-0. Is this a joke? Lion King. No, Drula. It's La Liga de Ascenso in Costa Rica. 2-1 for Adrian. A 2-1 for, who did I just say? Adrian. And then Ellie's coming with a 3-1. 3-1 for Ellie. It's mental because when you're looking, you've got to remember all clubs at the moment are taking part in whatever the internationals are. So it's really hard to try and pin down leagues. You have to go, unless you do the boring English, Scottish and normal leagues that we do. If we're traveling around the world, I have to go for some mad leagues that I've never heard of. You know, leagues that we would never ever touch. 1-3 for Jess, a 2-1 for Christopher. Um, 2-1 for Christopher. I've got a 1-4 for Carl. I've got a 1-3 for Drula. 1-3 for Drula. 1-3 for In the Bin. I've got a 0-2 for DC. Just a reminder again that US Panda versus Simba is from La Liga de Ascenso in Costa Rica. So it's not a Lion King game or anything like that. This is an actual game that's being played. David Clark was 0-2. Where am I going after David Clark? I'm going to Ryan G says 0-2 as well. So he's just copying David, who in turn has been copied by Paul G, who in turn has been copied by Michael. All going for a 0-2 game. Now I've got to find Paul G's there, 0-2. Are these animal games? They're not. This is actual teams. Some of the teams' names, you know, yeah, we find it funny, but these are actual teams from some of these leagues. I kid you not. That's why I'm telling you the league that they're from as well. So you can go look it up yourselves just to ensure that Jose is not winding you guys up. Geographically, you'll find a lot of these places and you'll start looking a lot of these places up. I'm not sure you look at the teams up. 1-3 for Leo, a 1-3 for Dan. So Dan copied you, Leo, because you got yours in before him. Paige has gone 0-3. Right, 0-3 for Paige. We've got a 1-3 for Ronnie. 1-3 for Ronnie. So Ronnie can see the Simba doing the panda. Sounds awful, doesn't it? 2-5 for Bobby K. Simba doing panda. 2-5 for Bobby K. Jimmy H has gone 0-3. And I think I might have everybody. Yeah. We've got everyone's. Darren, my man, where have you been? Darren, if you want to start from here, you can do. But you're going to have to do the last 9 on the stream after. But start from here, Darren, if you want. You're cool. But if you are, you need to put a score in. And then if you are, then I'll put you into the show. Otherwise, I will not put you in. 1-3. Okay, so you're into the show at this game. 1-3. Tell you what, Darren, I'll tell you how I'm getting on at the end. And if I'm all right for time, because I'm playing football tonight, I've got a double match. If I'm all right for time, I might come back and roll back. There's no promises. At the moment, I'm not. So, Archie says that Lion Simba came up a few weeks ago. I'm sure now it's the first time I've done Simba. US Panda won't win. They have eaten too much bamboo, says Carl. And Archie says them pandas are useless, bottom of the league, and couldn't score in the brothel. Jose has gone for in this game. US Panda 0, Simba 2 is what I've gone for. And moving on to the 11th of the 20th games, it's Inter San Carlos versus Carmelita. And this is from did I miss a league here? Oh, I might have done this the wrong way around. Right. So this is from the Cuban National Apertura League. Liga Nacional Apertura from Cuba. And it's Inter San Carlos versus Carmelita. And Andy's coming first with a 3-3 draw. 3-3 draw. Do you know what? The way that I've written these down and the way that I've got them, I've done it the wrong way around in my book. But we'll go back to the right way around in a minute. So this is from Cuba, as I've said, this game. So it's a 3-3 draw for Andy. It's a 3-0 for Colin B. The people are flying through now. There are 2 Simba football clubs, says Daniel. 1-2 for Leo. Leo is on the 1-2 train. Bobby K 1-4. With all these names, Leo, estamos cerca de la casa. Inter San Carlos contra Carmelita. And then we had other games earlier as well. And I'm no doubt that we might get some more. All very close to Hispanic origins. 3-1 for Ellie, 3-1 for Jess. One's not a real, it's a simulation, says Lewis. 2-1 for Carl, 2-1 for Jimmy.
My life back for my eye.
I'm up to Christopher Inshaw. Darren's coming with 2-1 as well. Paul G 3-0. 4-1 for Rob. Adrian's gone 2-0. Daniel's gone 2-1. David Clark's gone 2-1. Daniel's gone 2-1. BC's gone 2-1. Ronnie's gone 2-1. Archer's gone 2-1. 2-1 train here. Archer's gone 2-1 as well. Yeah, Archer. Sounds like an opera, Jose. Hi, Jesse. Talk to me nicely, Jose. Así es, hermano. Gus, the doctor says 1-2. Edem is coming saying 1-1. Good morning, Ed. Tongue in cheek. Good morning, I'm saying to you. Edem says 1-1. Yeah, you couldn't hear me because there was people here and I was saying something to some people. 1-1 for Edem. 1-2 for the doctor. 1-2 for the doctor. Who else am I missing? Am I missing anyone else? I certainly am. Who haven't I got a score for? Ryan G. Has he put a score in? 2-1. Right, I can see it. Just put it in just now. Right, Edem, same rules for you as what I've just said to Darren. If I've got time to roll back, I will do. If I haven't, then it's going to have to be left on the stream, mate. The ones that you've missed, that is, because I have got to go and play football tonight. I've gone for Inter San Carlos 2, Carmelita 0. No, and that was from the Cuban La Liga Nacional Apertura. We are now going to, where I've written it the other way around, we are now going to Vukovar 1991 versus Croatia Zjevaci. And this is, no surprises, in the Croatian PRVA NL. So the PRVA National League. So Andy's coming with a 2-2 draw for this game. He's first in. So Andy's going with a 2-2 draw for this one. 2-2. If you see anyone on your travels, tell them that they've missed the show, but they can always leave them after the stream. And the one important thing is that when you leave your scores, please hit a like. So what I'll be doing, again, I'll be looking at the amount of people that have played the game today and see how many people have liked. And I'll be able to see by the end of the stream how many people have liked, and then watch as people put their results into the stream, which gives me more work to do over the weekend. And I find that they don't hit the like button. But you can't tell who it is, like I said. But I will look out for it. 2-1 for Leo, 2-0 for the Queen. 2-0 for Queen Ellie. A 0-0 for the Wiz. Zero 1 for Edem, 2-1 for Carl Simpson.
I can put one of those things in then, can't I?
2-1 for Jess.
Do half at the top.
2-1. 2-1 for Jess. Vukovar, our top, says in the bin. Ian Meth says 2-1. Ian Meth says 2-1. Spurs GC. Graham says 2-1. Darren says 2-1. 2-1 for Darren. Dan says 2-1. Next week we'll have another Bonanza, and we'll start again at the same time, but we'll have another Bonanza next week as well, because next week is another break in the Premiership. So 60 points up for grabs this week, 60 points up for grabs next week. Anyone new wanting to play, you're more than welcome to join in. It's all free. As long as you subscribed, you can enter, because I'm only doing it for subbers only. I've only got it set up like that, subscriptions only. So people can watch us, but the people that put it in the comments are the people that have been subscribed. 3-1 for Adrian, 2-0 for Archer. 2-0 for Archer. Michael's gone for a 2-0 as well. Michael has gone for a 2-0 as well. Brian's gone for a 3-0. 3-0 to Vukovar. A 1-0 for Ronnie. 1-0 for Ronnie. A 1-0 for Paul G. Paul P. 1-0. 2-1 for Daniel. I'm missing loads here. 2-1 for Daniel. A 1-0 for David Clark.
Website being clean. Yeah, make sure it's clean. One side was the other side, I've just cleaned it.
Just checking the ones that I'm missing because they, like I said, through StreamYard and YouTube, some of them appear after you've gone past them already on StreamYard and then they appear. That's 2 I've found now without naming people's names. And I'm looking for a further 3. And then I found another one there. So Paige, Rob Belcher, in the bin. Well, I found you all now, and now I'm looking for 2 others. And I probably will find them, and then I have to carry on. Right, there's he there. There's 2. Right, so I'm missing 1 person. And I will find him because he's grey. So I've just got to look for the grey moniker to find him. No, I've got you as Rob. I found you. Grey moniker. Right. Where is he? Person I'm looking for is Christopher Inshaw. Not showing at the moment. Christopher Inshaw. Let me go back up again and look again. No, Christopher Inshaw. I'm missing your score, mate. You're still with us, Chris? I'm missing your scoreline for this game. Right, for this game, Jose. What did Jose go for? Jose's gone for Vukovar 3, Croatia 0. I've gone for a 3-0 win. And I am not sure where Christopher Inshaw is. Is that what he said? Okay, 547. 547? Shit, that's way back. Okay, so that was well before these. Okay, I missed that. I will do them later. Right, Christopher Inshaw. Okay, thank you very much, Paige. Right, moving on to the next game then. It's between Holguin versus FC Guantanamo. And this is from La Liga Nacional Apertura from Cuba. Holguin versus FC Guantanamo. Andy's coming with a 1-1 to start off with again. Andy is first up, 1-1 draw. Holguin versus Holguin, because you don't pronounce the H, or I don't think you do in Cuba either. So I'm going to say it's Holguin versus Guantanamo. So 1-1 for Andy, a 1-0 for Colin B. A 0-2 for Eden. 0-2. 0-2 for Eden. A 0-0 for Leo. A 0-0 for Leo. A 1-2 for the Wiz. Wiz. A 1-2 for the Wiz. A 0-2 for the Doctor. The Doctor, where's the Doctor? The Doctor's here, 0-2. One, 2, 0-2. 0-3 for David Clark. 0-3 for DC. A 1-2 for Graham. 1-2. A 1-2 for Rob. 1-2 for Rob. A 0-1 for Dan. Where's Daniel? Daniel's down there for a 0-1. A 1-2 for Michele. Michele Chelsea. Michele Chelsea. 1-2. A 1-2 for Carl Simpson. Senior Simpson says 1-2. Afternoon, Jose. I'll leave mine in the comments if that works for you. Apologies for my tiredness. It's up to you, Nick. If I have time, at the moment, I've looked like I may have time, then I'm going to do a rollback for the people that join late. But if it doesn't, and you know, I can't guarantee it, so it's up to you whether you want to leave them. But I might be able to do a rollback quickly for those that have missed it. 0-2 for Jimmy Hotspur, 1-2 for Drula. So you're taking your chance. If you get them in, then there's fewer to leave in the stream after if I can't. But the likelihood is I will be able to do. I just wanted to make sure that I've given myself enough time to go and get to my football for tonight. 2-0 for Adrian. So your call. If you want to do it, it's up to you. And 0-2 for Paige. 0-2 for Paige. A 1-3 for Jess. Jess. There's Jess. 1-3. A 1-2 for in the bin. 1-2. 2-0 for Ian. Math. Senior Math. 2-0. I have a 1-3 for Darren. 1-3. I have a 1-0 for Queen Els Bells. Queen Blondie Els Bells hanging on the telephone. 1-3 Archer. Hoybjerg Benton Corverna. 0-1 for Ryan G. 0-1 for Ryan G. Who else we got? 0-1 for Ryan G. 0-1 for Ronnie. Ronnie. Where's Ronnie? Ronnie 0-1. 2-1 for Paul. 2-0 for Christopher Inshaw. Right, Chris, you've missed one game, mate. You missed the last game. 2-1 for Paul G. Right, Bobby K. I'm missing a score from Bobby K. And as I said, you've missed the last one, Christopher. So, Christopher, you missed the last one. Bobby K, you're missing this one. So I don't know whether you want me to 1-2 for the last game. Right, so we get the last game in for you, mate. Right, and then it's just Bobby K. It's Bobby K. 3-1 for Bobby. El Bobby says 3-1. Right, we move on to the next game. And the next game is... Right. Wadi Degla versus Al-Kana. Wadi Degla versus Al-Kana. And this is from Egypt, Division 2A. Division 2A in Egypt. 2-2, says Andy. No, I haven't, Ryan, to your answer to your question. And the reason why I haven't is I am so busy with work. It's now for governments, local government, central government. It's the end of the financial year, isn't it? At the end of March. So we are inundated with work at the moment, trying to close our books off. We've got that coupled with today, local authorities going to Purda because of the elections. We go into Purda. So there's a load of work that we need to do when we go into Purda as well. So it's a really, really busy time. I haven't had time to look at anything apart from the only thing I looked at today briefly was getting the show set up by finding the teams. Other than that, I haven't got a clue about Tottenham or anybody else for that matter. So no, I wouldn't know. I haven't got a clue and I wouldn't know. And the other thing I would say is at this early stage, I don't believe all the bullshit that flies around about transfers. transfers, you get to know about them if they're already done or they've already been agreed. Otherwise, you wait for that cycle in the summer where all the shit clickbait merchants will come out and say that your team is interested in 100 million players. Lee Wiz says 3-1. Lee Wiz says 3-1. Someone else after Lee said 3-1 as well, and that was Jess. You get Jess in as well. So if you're like Chelsea went and bought the two boys from what do you call it? The two boys from Sporting, Quenda and the other youngster. They've announced it, 62.2 million deal. Bang, money paid or agreed. They're coming. They've announced it because they're coming in the summer. They're able to do that. When you do something like that, I'll listen to it. Other than that, everything else is bloody hearsay. Until you sign on the dotted line and it's like guaranteed. Yeah. Daniel 2-1. And I've got a feeling this. I know that I've read somewhere. One thing I did read somewhere is that they think that AC Milan are that what's his name? The Don Paratici is going to AC Milan. If that's the case, then Tottenham will regress even further, in my eyes, because Langer at the helm ain't doing jack. 2-2 Rob Belcher. 2-2 Rob Belcher. 2-0 for Page. Page has gone 2-0. 1-0 for Ryan. Ryan, geez, going for a 1-0 in this game. Johnny, start now. This game. David Clark, 3-1. And if I've got time to roll back, I will do so. But just start at this game. And you were given your membership today by Peter Kagayas as well, Johnny, just to let you know. 1-1 for Michael. 1-1 for Michael. Michael's not a 1-1 draw. Jimmy Hotspur 2-1. Yeah, but what I'm saying, I know they've bought 3 players already, Andy, but what I'm saying is that instead of waiting till the summer, they've done their business already, announced it, and, you know, they've not been linked with 1 million players. They've actually gone and signed the players, so it's official, it's done. And that's what I'm talking about. We're not doing nothing. And I'm sorry, not that we're not doing nothing, it's that we're going to be linked with everybody. We're linked with everybody, and it doesn't mean jack. 1-1, 2-0 for Darren, which I'd already got, and then it's a 1-0 for Paul G, who I haven't got. How many more games left? Johnny says 2-1. Right, so Johnny, I'm coming in with you for 2-1. R3 on Johnny. R3 on this Friday and next Friday for the 2 big bonus games. Because I'm playing football. I've gone for double sessions now. Instead of playing 1 session on Friday, I'm playing 2. So it means I've got to go an hour earlier. 2-1 EMF. He didn't have to go back to Italy, in my eyes. If you act soon, he wouldn't have had to go back to Italy, is what I'm saying. Is if he's going there, if we had acted sooner, he didn't have to go back to Italy. We could have retained him and brought him back in full time and got rid of Langer if we'd acted quicker. So Drula and Bobby K are the 2 that I'm missing. Season ticket renewals, Archer, but they've frozen the season ticket prices, so it doesn't really matter what they say at the moment because the prices have been frozen. Right, so it's Bobby K and Drula. Drula's saying sorry because she's cooking and doing things. So I'm going to go back and look for Drula and Bobby K. Have they given me any information? No. Drula went 2-0, Jose. Did she? Okay, well, I put Drula in for 2-0 and Bobby K's also gone 2-0. So that's a 2-0 for both. I have got everybody's for this round. And Jose has also gone Wadi Degla 2, Alcanar 0. Next game, we are moving to Manga Sport versus FC Libreville. And this is from the Championnat Division 1 in Gabon. And it's between Manga Sport versus FC Libreville. 2-1 for Andy. Andy says 2-1. Andy 2-1. We're always interested in players, but never buy them, says in the bin. I agree, Jose, though. We're screwed even more now, though, he's heading back to Italy. Quite agree. As I said, we could have gone forward with the man. Whether people like his tactics, habits, and what he does, the guy's a pure winner, mate. The guy's a pure winner. And he will get you players to get you a title-winning team. He will do that because of all his connections. But we stick with Langer, who's like a rabbit in the headlights. 1-0, 0-2, 1-0 for Page, 0-2 for Johnny, 0-2 for Johnny. We've got a 0-0 from Edem, 0-0 Edem. Lovely Jobley. 3-2 for Rob B. 3-2. 2-0 for Graham. 2-0 for Graham. 2-0. Sorry, 1-0 for the Wiz. I'm going in order. 1-0 for the Wiz. I can see a 2-0 for Carl. I can see a 2-0 for Els Bells. Els Bells. She must be up here somewhere. It's 2-0 for Els Bells. A 5-1 for in the bin. He ain't holding back our in the bin, is he? He's just gone 5-1. 5-1. 5-1. 2-0 to Jimmy H. Jimmy H. 2-0. A 2-1 with Drula. Christopher 3-1. Archer 3-0. Right, Archer's 3-0. And Christopher was 3-1 because they're both up in the same area. 3-1. 3-1 for Christopher. Archer, David Clark. Manga Sport is a home team. FC Libreville is a away team. This is in the Championnat Division 1 in Gabon. And David Clark says 2-0. Gus Parker 3-1. Right, bear with me a second, people. Sorry, just bear with me 1 second. Sorry, Gus Parker. I'm just having to teach my wife how to use the air fryer. 3-1 for Gus Parker. A 2-1 for Paul G. 2-1 for Paul G. I'd be teaching someone how to use an air fryer. I never know. 2-1 for Adrian. Laziness. That's what I put it down to. Pure laziness. 2-1 for Adrian. 2-0 for Darren. 2-0 for Michael. 2-0 for Daniel. 2-0 for Mike. Cole. 2-0 for Daniel. 4-1 for Ryan. Ryan Jesus 4-1. And 3-1 for Jess. Jess 3-1. A 4-1 for Bobby K. 4-1. Manga Sport have only conceded 7 goals in 13 games. Ronnie says 5-0. Ronnie. 5-0 for Ronnie. How many games to go? Friday is music quiz night. Well, does your music start early? There's not 5 games left. There's less. The Irish Hotspur says 6-2. Yay! I'll put you in the Irish Hotspur. There we go. If you stay up with me, Dave, I will roll back afterwards so you can see, mate. The Irish. I spelled it like the Irish would spell it as well. Sorry, my fault. My bad. Right, the Irish. You need to get this right, don't you? The Irish Hotspur says 6-2. What have I done here now? Okay. Please don't tell me I've lost it all. Please. No, my computer's just switched off. Oh. Oh, could have been saved. Could have been saved. Please tell me you saved it. Thank fuck for that. Shit is saved. Right. It has saved. It just switched itself off. We haven't got that many. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 5 games to go. You're right. There's 5 games to go. So we're nearly there. Right. Just waiting for it to fire up. But yeah, it's saved because I can see it all on the screen in front of me. I've just got the turning blue circle at the moment. Yeah, I've got time to roll back. At the moment, I've got time. We're nearly done, so I've got time to roll back. Rolling back's not going to take long because I'm only going to roll back for Darren, Edem, and for the Irish Hotspur. I'll do the rollbacks for. So it's not many people, so it'd be quite quick and easy to do. So at the moment, I can do rollbacks. I'm just waiting for this thing to chime around. Right, there we go. 6-2 for Dave, the Irish Hotspur. Who came in after Dave? Colin Blackshaw came in with a 3-2. Right, I've got Colin Blackshaw in with a 3-2. So I'm looking for Ian Meth. Ian Meth, I need a score from you, mate.
No water, man. I'm just going to ignore that.
Ian Meth, did you give me a score? 2-0. Right, so Jose has gone for, in this game, I've got everybody. Jose has gone for Manga Sport 3, SC Libreville 0. Jesse, 7-month member chat, says don't forget to smash the likes. Yeah, that'd be good. Right, next game. So the 16th game is Rathenau versus Maccabi Berlin. This is coming from the Germany Oberliga Nord. So this is from Germany, from the Oberliga Nord in Germany. Right, so I've got Leo at 2-0 as well. Page is at 1-2 in this game. That's Mr. Sure. So Page is down for a 1-2. I then have after Page 1-2, I've got Colin Blackshaw at 1-0. Senor Blackshaw says 1-1. Ed M says 3-2. Ed M 3-2. After Ed M at 3-2, I have Rob Belcher at 0-2. So Rob Belcher at 0-2. Paul G 1-2. G 1-2. Paul G's gone for a 1-2. I've got Ian Meth at 0-1. Ian Meth at 0-1. I then have, after Ian Meth, I've got Jimmy H at 1-2. Jimmy H at 1-2. I then have Graham at 0-2. I then have Jesse at 1-2. 1-2 for Jess. 1-2 for Jess. 2-1 for Adrian. 2-1 for Adrian. I have a 0-2 for Christopher. Dave, are you gonna get your scoring for this one, Dave? Just to continue it, makes it easy for me at the end. In the bin's gone 1-3. Drula's gone 1-2. Drula has gone 1-2. 1-2 for Drula. Oh, 2-1 for Darren. 2-1 for Darren. 1-2 for Ryan. A 1-2 for Ryan. A 2-4 for Ronnie. Ronnie's gone for a 2-4. Ronnie's further up page. Ronnie's gone for a 2-4. Just a reminder that we are currently on. It's Rathnau versus Maccabi Berlin, and this is from the Oberliga Nord in Germany. Ronnie says 2-4. Archer says 1-2. 1-2. Michael Choss says 1-3. David Clark says 1-2. And who's that? That's Dan Coys. Michael Choss says 1-3. Right, Dan Coys, I'm missing a score from. Andy, I'm missing a score from. Bobby K, I'm missing a score from. And the Irish Hotspur, I'm missing a score from. Right, so who am I looking for? I'm looking for the Irish Hotspur, Bobby K, Andy, and Dan. And that's it. Let me go back up and have a look. Have I missed any of these and they're up there already? No, 4 people I'm missing. So if you 4 are still with us, I am missing scores from. Oh, Dan Coy says he's heading out. Okay, so the 4 that I'm missing before I move on, whether they were heading out or not, is Dan Coy's, Andy, Bobby K, and the Irish Hotspur. 2 all for Bobby K. All right, Bob, you're in, mate. David Harris, the Irish Hotspur. I'm missing your prediction if you're not doing another one. Dan Coys has gone somewhere, and Andy LFC, don't know where he's gone. So we move on. The next game is between Tamale and VC Warriors. Tamale and VC Warriors. I've got a feeling that this is in the Ghana Division 1B. I need to check. But I've got a feeling that's where we're coming from. So is Ghana got any games on? Sunday, Czech Republic, BCDEFG, Germany, Ghana. Yeah, Ghana Division 1B. And it's Tamale versus VC Warriors. Gus Parker is the first one in at 2-0. Sorry, in that last game, the Rathnau versus Maccabi Berlin, I went for 1-2. 1-2 in that game. So Gus Parker in this one, the Doctor's gone for 2-0. Lee Wiz has gone for 2-0. Who else we got? Leo's gone for 0-0. Leo's got the 0-0. Adrian 1-0. Adrian 1-0. Johnny 1-2. Johnny on a 1-2. Edem 2-0. Queen Ellie 3-1. Jess 4-1. 4-1. DC 2-0. DC got there 2-0. Jimmy H 3-0. Jimmy H. Is that 3-0? Carl Simpson 3-1. Carl. Tamalia Top Warriors are 6s in the bin. Christopher 2-1. In the bin 2-2. In the bin 2-2. Graham 2-1. 2-1 with Graham. 2-1 with Drula. And a 3-1 with Darren. A 2-0 for Ronnie and a 2-1 for Ian Meth. Ronnie's 2-0. Ronnie. I'm going to 2-0. Bobby K's predicted a 2-0 as well. So Bobby K is up here. Bobby K's going for a 2-0. Michael 2-1. Michael Chelsea 2-1. Paul G is also 2-1. Paige 5-0. Paige ain't holding back, is she? Cool. 5-0 Paige. Rob Belcher 3-1. It's Rob. Rob 3-1. Archer 2-0. And that says stop. Right, this game is where? It's in Ghana. Right, it says Tamale versus VC Warriors, Saturday the 22nd at 3 o'clock. It says on mine at the moment. Mine has shown has been played this weekend because I wouldn't have picked it otherwise. 22nd of the 3rd, round 21. Right, on my one it says it's being played on the 22nd of the 3rd, which is tomorrow. It's being played at 3 o'clock their time in the afternoon in Ghana. I don't know where you guys are looking at, but I take mine from where I take mine when it says it's being played. I'm going to keep it that it is being played and take it from there. So I need a score from... I don't know how to make it any bigger, but... What is it? 1? Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Third game down, if you can see it. I don't know, you can see it. It's third game down. It says Tamale. Oops. I don't know. You can see it, but it's just third game down. There we go. Third game down. Tamale versus VC Warriors. So that's what it says. But I'm going to go with that. If it's not that, then it's not. But that's what it says on my thing at the moment on the site I look at. So Ryan G, I need a score from you. And I need a score from Colin Blackshaw. I need you, Ryan G, and Colin Blackshaw. And let me see if Colin Blackshaw's giving me mine. But whilst you've been telling me things, I've missed Colin Blackshaw's score. Or I may not have done. Right, Colin Blackshaw has definitely not given me a score. Tamale 2-0. So it's a 2-0 home victory for Ryan G. And I don't know where Colin B's gone. But I am going to move on. And move on I shall. We have got 3 games to go. Oh, here we come. He's coming with a 2-2. Right. In this game of Tamale versus WC Warriors, I've gone for a 3-1 victory to 3-1. So Tamale 3-1. Right. Next game is, I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm going to say Leopoli versus Gifsia. And this is coming from the Greek Superliga 2. The Greek Superliga 2. And it's Leopoli versus Gipsia. 2-1 for Colin Blackshaw. His first team. Let me see. Colin Blackshaw. Why is the thing on this? Right. Colin B's coming with a 2-1. Right. So Colin B is coming with Colin Blackshaw. 2-1. Oh, after Colin Blackshaw, I've got Ed M at 1-0.
Hold on, big boy. He look like that. He big boy.
Sorry, I just had to make the widths a bit smaller so I can fit everybody in. 1-0 for Ed M, which I've got. Paige says 0-2. Paige 0-2. The doctor says 2-0. Leo says 1-0. Two-0 from Adrian. Then we have a 5-3 from Bobby. Bobby's on a 5-3. I then have a 2-1 from Johnny. A 2-0 for Rob. A 3-1 for the Wiz. Two 1 for Queen Els, Bells, Blondie. Oh, don't answer me phone. Keep me hanging. 2-1. A 2-1 for Carly. Right, who we got? 2-0 for Darren. Let me see what I can see him on the screen. Here's Archer, 0-2. Said me going up and down the page. Archer, Jimmy Hotspur, give me a result. He has somewhere. I know he has because Jimmy always was. Jimmy H. Jimmy H can't see one for you. Okay, I might be wrong about Jimmy H. Who's asked me to change? 0-2 for Graham. God, I ain't got nothing for Jimmy H. Right, have I got anything for Jimmy H? No. Christopher Inshaw, did you give me a score? You gave me 2-1. Next person on my list is Ronnie. Has Ronnie given me a score? Yep, Ronnie's got a 0-2. Next person on the list is David Clark. Mr. Clark says 2-0. So he's giving me a score as well. Next person on my list is Ryan G. Ryan G says 1-2. Next person on my list is In the Bin. In the Bin. Good afternoon, Ben. I hope you are well. Or should I say, I don't know what part of you in Geneva. So if you're in Geneva, you're in the French quarters. So in La France, say hello. Hello. I can't remember what else to say in French at the moment. But you're in the French quarters. I hope you're having a splendid time skiing, sir. Nice of you to drop in. I hope you're having a nice coffee and a rest and a chill after your day of skiing. I don't think you'll be skiing now at the moment. 0-2 for Archer, which I've got. The next person I'm looking for is Jess. Jess has gone 1-2. The next person after Jess is Drula La. She's gone 0-2. Then I've got Paul G and Darren to find 0-1 for both. 0-1 there. And then have I got anyone else further down? Irish Hotspur, but I don't know where he's gone. Don't know what day he's playing at. So I'm just looking for Jimmy H. 0-1 for Jimmy H. Lovely. Don't know how I missed it, Jimmy. Like I keep saying, StreamYard and YouTube go at different angles. Can you put me down for the rest of the games that you've got to go? In the bin, 1-2 for the rest of the games. So for this game, I've gone for 0-3. Liposity 0-3. And who just asked me in the bin once 1-2 for the last two games? In the bin. Once 1-2 for the last two. Right. Moving on to the penultimate game. Bonsoir. That's it. Bonsoir, Monsieur Jose. Put me down as a double dago for every score. I don't have the time for predictions. Double dago. So it's 4-4 for everybody. Right. Let me just get you in. I don't mind putting you down for a double dago. I could have put you down for a single dago. It would have been easier. But double dagos all the way for you. That's fine. Ben Kaufman. 4-4. Every game. So if you copy that one. And I'll put you in for all of them. I think them there. Done, Ben. You're in for all of them. Right. I'm in Courchevel. Not the best skiing today. Snow is very slushy, but hopefully a bit of snow tonight, and I'll be grand. And it'll be grand tomorrow. Yep, superb. I hope you have a really good time, Ben. And yeah, you are in the French quarters because I think you're flying to Genève, as they call it out there. Genève in La Suisse. The next game that we're moving on to, people, is did I give a score for my game here? Yeah, I went with 0-3 for last one. Yeah. This next game is between Tepatitlán de Morelos versus Atlético La Paz. Tepatitlán de Morelos versus Atlético de La Paz. And this is coming from, and I know what league it is, but I just need to, I wrote it down. I've written it down in such a hurry that I think I might have misspelt the league. The league, not the country, but the league it's in. So, just a quick reminder to myself. Right, it's La Liga de Expansión MX in Mexico. La Liga de Expansión MX in Mexico, and it's between Tepatitlán de Morelos against Atlético La Paz, and Edem is going for a 1-2. Edem is 1-2. Lee Wiz is 2-4. The Whiskey is 2-4. The Wiz is 2-4. 0-1 for the Doctor. 0-1 for the Doctor. A 2-2 for Page. 2-2 for Page. A 1-2 for Jess. Jess. 1-2. 3-1 for Adrian. 3-1 for our Adrian. Who we got for after our Adrian? Bobby K's on the 3-3. Bobby 3-3. La Liga de Expansión MX in Mexico. And it's the game between Tepatitlán de Morelos versus Atlético La Paz. And that is a tongue twister, even for a Spaniard. 2-1 for Johnny. 2-1 for Sir Rob. Who else we got? A 1-1 for Christopher. Christopher 1-1. These games are being played at all sorts of times. So by the time some people put their predictions in, because some people may think, it's tomorrow's games, some games will be done. If you are to do that, then be very, very wary that I check that games only count before they start. Because some people, I ain't naming names, but you know, if you've done it in the past, and this is not saying that people within the chat, but all around, you know that some people put them in thinking that I don't check, and I do check. So it's 1-0 to Jimmy Hotspur, 1-0 for Darren, and it's a game between Tepatitlán de Morelos versus Atlético La Paz in La Liga de Expansión MX in Mexico. 2-1 for Graham. No compliments for all my pronunciations that I'm doing with you both today. Both teams have lost the last 2 games, says Christopher. Carl Simpson says 2-1. 2-1 for Carl. 2-1 for Archer. Yeah, 2-1 for Archer. I then have a 1-0 for Colin B. And Blackshaw's coming with a 1-0. I then have a 2-1 for Drula. Drula would like a 2-1. I then have a 1-0 for DC. David Clark, 1-1. I have a 1-0 for Michael, Chelsea. Uno. Oops. You know, in that one, 1-1. Yeah. Michael, Chelsea. A 2-1 for Ronnie. Ryan G. That's Ronnie up there. Says 2-1. Ryan Khe says 1-0. A 2-0 for Paul G. Paul G says 2-0. And then, am I missing anyone? Yes, I am missing Ian Meth, but he said he was shooting, I think. And I've got Leo that I'm missing as well. So Leo and Ian Meth. Love it when you talk Spanish. The accent is wonderful, says Queen Ellie. Well, I hope so, because I've honed it for over 50 odd years. So I hope it is at times. So Leo and Ian Meth, I cannot see a score for. That's not to say I haven't put it in right. So I'm going to move on. I'm missing Leo and Ian. Last game before I do, and I will be able to do these rollbacks, is between Prešov and Ljubovna. And this is in the second Liga of Slovakia. The second Liga of Slovakia. Prešov versus Ljubovna. What say the crowd? What are your scores for this one? Who's in first? Anyone in first? Yeah, we got Ed M. He's in first. Ed M says 2-2. Ed M says 2-2. Rob Belcher says 1-3. Robbie says 1-3. Johnny says 3-1. Johnny. It's 3-1. Let me find Johnny. 3-1. Johnny. Page says 3-0. 3-0 for Pagey. 3-1 for Adrian. Adrian. Who's Adrian? Adrian says, what did Adrian say? 3-1. The doctor says 1-0. El dottore says 1-1. Where's el dottore? There he is. 1-1 for the doctor. 1-1 for the doctor. 3-1 for Cole. 3-1 for Carl, 2-1 for Jess. The results show for this will be on Monday. There's no need for me to delay it because all these games are being played in whatever time zones they are, but Saturday's date in whatever time zones they're in. I know that I haven't kicked off yet any of these games, even though some could be on the other side of the world, but I haven't kicked off any of these. I've not kicked off as yet, so we are cool for the time being. 3-1 for Christopher. Did I get DC and Darren? DC, I think I did DC. No, I didn't. So I've got David Clark's on 2-1. Did I get Drewler's then? Or is this all jumping again? No. 3-0 for Drewler. So this could be jumping again. 2-1 for Darren. Darren. 2-1. Then I have Bobby K at 2-0. Bobby K 2-0. Chris Grinchell said it's first versus 13th. Leo, I'm missing your last game, sir. The one before this one. And the one before this one was from Mexico. So just for Leo, so you can see Leo, this is the one that you're missing from Mexico. And it was Tepatitlán de Morelos versus Atlético La Paz. And it was in La Liga de Expansión MX in Mexico. You're missing that one, Leo. Two Archer. 2-2 for Jimmy H. Who we got after that? Was that all 20? Carl, your 20 are done yet. Colin Blackshaw says 1-3. Not everyone's done theirs, but you have, sir. That's 1-3. Cheers, as I take care of my friend Graham. 3-1 with Ryan G. Ryan G, 3-1. Thanks, Graham. Yes, you did miss one. I told you. Thanks, Carl. No worries, mate. Again, brilliant stuff. I best go cook the kids' dinner. Yeah, you do that, mate. That's important. Ronnie's going for a 2-all draw. Ronnie, 2-all draw. Michael's going for a 2-0. Get Michael a 2-0. The Wiz says 2-all. Let's find the Wiz. Is that the Wiz there? The Wiz says 2-all. I've got the Wiz in 2-all. Thanks, Jose. Have a lovely weekend, says Archie. Yeah, you too, mate. Take care, Carl and Archie. Take care, Pete. Jose, thank you as always. Off to get something to eat. See some of you later. Cheers, Paige. Take care. 1-0 for the Mexican fixture for Leo. I thought you might have liked the Mexican one. That's why I had to repeat it again. My predictions all wrapped up. Unreal work, Jose. Must have took you ages to find all his fixtures. It was a bit of work that I did earlier. Jesse says, catch you all later. Thanks, Jose, as always. Appreciate it. Go over to Jessie tonight. She's doing a watch along, and her and her crowd are absolutely superb. So if you've got, you want to find something to do on a Friday evening, well worth going over to her channel. There's a lot of fun to be had there. Christopher Inshaw, I'm missing a score from you, sir. Ian Meth, I've been missing. Dan Corey's missing, and I'm missing Paul G as well. So before I can roll back, Paul G and Christopher Inshaw. Jimmy Oscar, thanks. That's me done, Jose. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Take care, Jimmy H. So Christopher Inshaw, and I'm looking for him and Paul G. Christopher Inshaw and Paul G. Did you give me scores? And I've just jumped past them. Christopher Inshaw says 3-1. So Chris, I've got yours. Who says 3-1? You're in, mate. You're in, Christopher. And then the last one I said that I was looking for is Paul G. I don't think I can see Paul's moniker here anywhere. Paul G has definitely not given me a score yet, unless he's written it in whilst I've gone up to the top. And like I said, I've gone up to the top, and he's written it in whilst I'm up the top looking for him. 1-all with Paul G. As always, thanks, Jose, in the chat. Enjoy no Spurs or Wolves this weekend. Right, so this is for Darren, Edem, Johnny, and the Irish Hotspur. And anybody else that's starting to play the game now, I'm rolling back to the games that you've missed, right? So the first game that you guys have missed is Wolfsberger Amateur versus Triebach. And this is in the Regional Central League of Austria. So it's Wolfsberger Amateur versus Tribac. So Tribac don't seem to be an amateur side because they didn't have an AM next to their name. So it's Wolfsberger Amateur versus Tribac, and this is in the Austrian Regional Central League. Ed M says 3-1. Darren says 2-1. Johnny says 2-1. And I suppose Dave, the Irish Hotspur, is not here. Michael says, "God, I'm going to have something to eat now. Great work as always, Jose, mate. Remember, guys, to smash the likes. It's free. Everything is free. Have an amazing weekend. My homies, Jose, thanks for the stream. Leo, have a brilliant weekend. Christopher Inshaw, if I'm done, see you Monday, Jose. Yep. We've got a show on Sunday, by the way. I have got a show on Sunday. It's Tottenham related. There'll be a show on Sunday, 10:30 in the morning. With me and Chan, we'll talk Tottenham again. We'll talk about what's happened in the last week, like we normally do. So there is a show before the Monday one. But the results show for this competition games will be on Monday. Right. Don't think Dave the Irish Hotspur is here. So the second game for you guys. So this is again for Darren, Edem and Johnny. It's OC Charleroi versus Stocky Wafusi. And this is in the Belgium National Division 1. Thanks, Jose. Have a great day, everyone. You too, Bobby K. Have a great day. Ronnie, nice one, Jose. Take care, Ronnie. Have a lovely weekend, mate. Edem says 4-2. Edem says 4-2. Yep, got Edem. 3-2 for Johnny Reviews. Yep, and a 3-2 for Daz. Next game we've got for you, gentlemen, in Dave the Irish Hotspur, if he's around, is Gradina Srebrenic versus Gradakac. And this is in the Bosnian PVRA Liga. Thanks, Jose. What time are you in Chang on Sunday? 10:30 in the morning on Sunday. I don't know. We could have got Ellie on, but Ellie doesn't ever answer my phone calls. But she says, brilliant, Jose. Appreciate all your hard work, darling. Ed M's going for a 3-3 draw in this one. 3-3 draw for Ed M. Oh, Daniel's come in. In order to fix his 2. Right, Daniel's come back. And Daniel's giving me some sort of fixtures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Says missing 5. Daniel says 2-1. Daniel then says 2-0. 0-2. 0-0. And 2-0. Hopefully I've read them right, Dan, because that's the way I've put them in. Right, so we had a 3-3 draw from Ed M, and I got a 2-1 from Johnny. Paul, you're done. Paul G, you're done. I don't know what you're trying to give me scores for. You're in. You're done. I didn't call your name out because you were done. Unless you want me to change your scoreline, because you actually went for 2-1 in this game, and now you're saying 2-0. So I don't know what you're asking me to do, mate. Thanks, Jose. Have a lovely weekend and all, says Drewler. Yep, take care, Drewler. Be good. See you Sunday, Moses. If some of you can make Sunday to see the show, you're more than welcome to do so. The next game for you three and David, the Irish Hotspur, he's around anywhere, is Montana versus Fratria. And this is in the Premier League in Chad. Premier League in Chad. Yes, Ryan, it was. Press off was the final game, mate. You're right, Daniel. Right. Montana versus Fratria is in Chad. Premier League in Chad, 4-0 for Ed M. Darren says 2-0. Johnny says 3-2. Right. Boys, I've got yours. Right. The next game that we're going to is Eves versus Pola Edifice. And this is in, wow. Sorry, this one's the game in Chad. The one before was in Bulgaria. This is in Chad. The game between Montana and Fratria was in Bulgaria. The game in Chad is Eves versus Fula Edifice. Edem's coming with 2-0. Johnny says 3-0. And Darren says 1-0. Right. The next game for you gents is coming from Chile. And this is from the round 4 of the Chilean Cup. And it's between Universidad de Chile versus, and it's I think it's Sporting Morning. But it's in the 4th round of the Chilean Cup. Five 5-0, says Ed. Going for lots of clean sheets this week, didn't you? Eh? 5-0 for Ed M. What do Johnny and Daz think? Johnny thinks it's 4-3. And then I look for Darren, and Darren says 3-2. I don't know whether you're looking these up or not. 3-2. Right. The next game for you three gentlemen is coming from the 1st round of the Cup in China. And it's Guangxi Langhang versus Wenzhou Professional in the 1st round of the Cup in China. Guangxi Langhang versus Wenzhou Professional. Two 2-1 for Eden. And then put it's 2-1. Johnny's predicting the 3-1. And Daza is going for a 1-1 draw. Right, next game for you gentlemen is, this one's from Colombia, from the Primera B League, and it's Oro Marzo versus Atletico FC. Oro Marzo versus Atletico FC. And that's coming from La Primera B League, Liga in Colombia. Edem is going 0-2. Our pattern is Johnny coming in next, and then Darren comes in last. That's the pattern that we've had so far. No, Darren's beaten Johnny to the punch. We're coming the other way around. Oh, Johnny reviews coming in with 4-1, 1-4. Johnny reviews, Johnny ID, Johnny Bethnal, Johnny Vasco, Johnny, all sorts of names, Johnny. The next game is coming from Congo Liga 1, Liga Primera, and it's Interclub versus Congo under-17s. Interclub versus Congo under-17s. And this is, as I said, from the Congo Liga Uno. So Liga 1 in the Congo. 2-0 from Darren. Darren, you're done. You're sorted. I've got all yours, Darren. Eden's gone 3-6. Johnny's gone 2-2. So Darren, you're the only one that's done. The others are still in play. The next game for these gentlemen is US Panda versus Simba. And this is in the... Oh, is this in the Congo? Is that in the Congo, is it? It is as well. This is in the Congo, Democratic Republic in Congo. It's US Panda versus Simba. 3-2 for Edem. Edem, you are done. You're sorted. You're got all yours. So well done. I appreciate the rollback, mate, says Darren. No, just make sure it's 3:30 next week. These 2 weeks, will be half free because I just want to make sure that I make football in time because I'm now playing double football on a Friday. So 3-1 with Johnny. Johnny, your next game is from Costa Rica, La Liga de Ascenso, and it's Inter San Carlos versus Carmelita. Inter San Carlos versus Carmelita for you, Johnny. You too, Ed. You have a lovely weekend as well, sir. Two, three for Johnny. Right, Johnny, your next game is from Croatia, and it's the game in the PVRA National League between Vukovar 1991 versus Croatia Zimjavki. And that's a mouthful, isn't it? Two 0. And last but not least, your last game, Johnny, on the catch-ups or on the rollback is between Holguín versus FC Guantánamo, and this is from the Cuban Liga Nacional Apertura. No, yeah. Liga Nacional Apertura in Cuba, and it's between Holguín and FC Guantánamo. (4-1). And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a wrap for today. That's all the predictions for today. It's interesting because I'm just going to check like I normally do. And I won't say goodbye, but I'm checking. Today we have 34 players that have played live. And of the 34 players, we have... We have the likes to match slightly more. We've got 36 likes and 34 players playing, but it'd be nice, yeah, if the like button is hit before people leave. Right, I'm back on again on Sunday. Jose and Chang talk Tottenham, and we'll be on at 10:30 in the morning on Sunday to talk all about Tottenham, about this previous week since we were last on, because we're doing shows on a Sunday. And then on Monday we'll have the results show for the bonus predictions. Please remember that the bonus predictions will be on again next week because there are no Premiership games. So I will find 20 more games to look at for next week, which offers another 60 points to people that want to partake. And before I go, I need to say thank you to Carl Simpson for being a member for 7 months and putting in his member chat. I need to thank Jessie for being a member for 7 months and putting in her member chat. And Peter Kagais, who gifted out 10 channel memberships. To you guys who sponsored the show, thank you so much. It's so appreciated. And last but not least, thank you to everyone that's been listening to on who's listened to me on or us on X. If you want to come and play, it is free of charge. It's on YouTube, and I just make it subscriber only because there's a lot of work that's to be put into it. And I'm hoping by doing that, you get people back. Whether you look at the comments or not, you can see that there is a crowd here, there is a community. They all know each other, they all get to know each other, and they all have a good old banter here. So thank you everyone for watching. I wish everybody an absolutely fantastic weekend. And as always, it's come on you Spurs.